All right, we're here at the Frankfurt Musikmesse 2011. I'm here with some of our top artists. We got Broderick from Megadeth, Mille from Kreator, Chef Loomis with Nevermore, and André Olbrich with Blind Guardian. Thanks for coming, guys. I'm going to start here with Chris. Chris, you've been with us for quite some time now. And tell us a little bit about your favorite Engl amp that you prefer.
Well, it's kind of funny. I got started with the Powerball just on a whim because I'd flown over to Italy to do a tour, and I brought over my Marshall amp, and the thing tanked on me right away, and I had to use an opening acts amplifier, and I'd never heard of Engl at that time, so I was kind of freaked out. I was like, well, what am I going to do, you know? And then the instant I played through it, I fell in love with it. That's immediately when I started talking to you guys. And then from there, I got the chance to experience a lot of different amps that you guys make, and really fell in love with the SE because it's got such a diverse tone set that, you know, whether you want to play blues or you want to go to extreme metal, you want to go to really crystal clear cleans, it's great.
It's excellent. How would you describe Engl's sound character?
You know, it's got a really liquidy tone. It's so hard to describe because when I think of a liquidy tone, I think of something that has a loose bottom end, but that's quite the contrary for Engl. It's very tight on the bottom end. It's got a lot of punch and it moves a lot of air, but at the same time, it doesn't sound harsh. You know, so that's really what makes me love the Engl sound.
Excellent. What are your plans next with the band?
Well, from here we finish up the European Carnage tour. That ends in about 5 days. We have a one-off show in Tel Aviv, and that should be a lot of fun. And then the next 2 months we're going to spend in the studio writing the next CD.
Excellent. Thanks, Chris.
You're welcome.
I'm going to step over to Mille. Mille, just quickly tell us how you started your relationship with Engl back then, and what is your current setup with Engl?
I started out with the Fireball. I switched to the Invader now, and I'm very flexible when it comes to the setup because I think that there's like sometimes I play just the Engl cabinets with an Invader amp. I'm more like I like the more simple setup, so that's why I still like the Fireball very much. I use it. Sometimes I'll use Invader for a live situation and the Fireball in the studio, so it's back and forth.
What would you say makes Engl special, maybe live or in the studio?
It's always, you can always be 100% sure that you get like a very, very direct and very aggressive sound without losing the tone. That's to me, it's like a characteristic quality. It's very much of a it's just a plus for the whole thing, because sometimes when you go and there's like a preamp that I use when we go for shows where I can't take my own amp.
Yeah, that's the E530 single space.
I have that one as well, and that's always like a great thing to have, because sometimes you go, you know, in some certain countries they can't provide Engl heads, so I use that and can go through any amp, and it's still a great sound.
Fantastic. What's Kreator doing next? What are your plans?
I'm writing stuff right now for a new album. I hope to go into the studio next year sometime, January maybe. We'll see. I mean, it depends on how things flow, but right now I'm collecting ideas for a new record.
Excellent. Thanks, Mille. Over here we got Jeff. So hey, tell us a little bit about your setup too, and how did you start working with Engl and when?
Actually, Chris Broderick was the one that introduced me to Engl because he was using them prior to me. And we went to the actual Engl factory in Germany, and I got a chance to really check everything out, you know. I started off using the special edition head, but I noticed as tours went on, I really didn't need all that much, you know. So I simplified my setup into using the Savage 120, which I really love. It's a very simple amp, and it's very to the point, and the tone is amazing. It's a very diverse amp, you know, with the cleans and the rhythms. I love the amp, and been using it for almost 3 years now, and been with Engl for 5, so very happy.
That's great. You told me yesterday that you like the Fireball because of his just too.
I think that's the cool thing about Engl, is that there's a little something for everybody to choose from, what you really need as a guitar player. So yeah, the product is very diverse and the tones are incredible. That's why I'm with the family.
Awesome, thanks, man. You want to tell your fans something? Your plans? What's going on next?
My plans are simply just to. I'm working on a new solo record at the moment, and I'm hoping for a late summer, early fall release. It's going to be another instrumental record, kind of like the '80s guitar shred kind of style. And yeah, Nevermore. I'm not sure really what's going to happen at the time being, but we're probably going to write for one more record. We have one record left with Century Media, and we'll see what happens from there.
Thanks for all your support, man. Appreciate it. André, you've been with us forever, right? When did you start working with Engl? It was probably even before my time.
Oh, that's a really long time ago. It was '89, if I remember correctly. We recorded our album Follow the Blind, and Kai Hansen came in the studio to play a solo on the song Valhalla. And he came up with an Engl Straight.
Wow, that must have been a while, yeah.
89, I think it was. And we loved that sound. It was the best lead guitar sound we ever heard. So the next day we went to the shops, and both Markus and me, we bought those Engl Straight amps. And yeah, we played those several years. And after a while I switched to the Savage 120 when it came out. And I think that was the biggest step in the sound evolution for metal music, because that was really the full sound and the full drive. And after this I changed again to the special edition, which I still play, and I'm still very, very satisfied with it, because I can do all the variations in the sound what I need in our complex music. So I cannot record an album with only one sound. I need maybe 20 different sounds, and this can only be provided by an amp like the special edition.
Do you do a lot of switching during your live show with MIDI?
Just a little bit. I don't need that many sounds live, but in the studio work I really try out things and want to create something new. So.
Excellent. So what's Blind Guardian planning next? Any touring coming up or studio work?
Yes, end of April the tour continues, and we play lots of countries in Europe again, and then we play lots of festivals in the summer, so you can meet us on tour.
Thank you so much for all your support, André. We really appreciate it. Thanks a lot. So there you have it. You can check us out on www.englamps.com. You can find us on Facebook or MySpace. Thanks for coming by. This is Michael Berger with Engl Amps.